Hey, it would help if I was not on mute, wouldn't it? Good morning, guys. Yes, it is morning. I have the day off of work. It is my 26th wedding anniversary. I will have to jump off as soon as the wife gets home. If I am streaming when she gets home, I will probably get my nuts cut off. But hey, if you've been married for 26 years, those have shriveled up to the size of raisins already anyway, right? Oh, what do we do today? What do we do this morning? So this morning, if you remember, last time we were here, right? The last thing I needed was this leadership piece. So I disassembled the blue shield that I had on Trajan, and it gave me just enough legendary materials to craft it. Unfortunately, it did not crit. I do not have an iconic to throw on it yet, so we don't have the nice, bright, shiny 6-piece iconic set. But as soon as we go into the next KvK, we will throw an iconic on it right away. It sure sounds fun. It has its moments, Aloys. It has its moments. Who all do we have here early? New Jack, K4, Roberts, Stitch, video games, and Alloys jumping on bright and early in the morning. So watching this KvK, it looks like 1175 is still putting pressure on the 846 forts in this area. There are two still on fire. It is currently 10:28 p.m. in Seoul, South Korea, 2:28 p.m. in London, 4:28 p.m. in Riyadh, and 11:28 p.m. in Sydney, Australia. That means it is 8:28 a.m. here in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. What constitutes direct damage? I'm trying to get a better understanding of the hunter attribute. It's my understanding that that is all damage. All damage. Maybe it wouldn't be counterattack damage, but I don't know. That's a damn good inscription. If we look over here at the Smash Squad pass, it looks like 846 is kind of focused over here right now, and why is that, right? They're building a fort here. They're building a fort here. Their allies are building a fort over here. So they are Rise of Forts. So it makes sense. They're over in this area. They're focused on building some forts here, and then they'll probably port back over to that 1175 side and refocus over there. At least that's my thought anyway. Good morning, Only Farmer. Thank you, Stitch. They are putting some pressure on this 2605 pass, but I don't think it's anything that 2605 is not going to be able to handle. Yeah, we went a little Christmassy with the coffee this morning. I had some what is it? Donut Shop white bark peppermint flavored coffee left, so I figured, what the hell. And it's just a gorgeous day here. I turned off the air conditioning, opened up the windows. It's only supposed to get up to 71 degrees. There's a nice breeze blowing through the house. That fresh air, the coffee, the quality conversation and chat. You don't get no better than this. The only thing I had, there used to be on the official Rise of Kingdoms Discord, there used to be a media section where I would post when I was going live. I would post in there. I do not see that anymore. Maybe I'm blind, maybe I'm missing it, but there used to be a media section where creators could go in and drop a link to their streams in there. I see the official media section, which is all Rise of Kingdoms channel stuff, right? But I don't see just a regular media section. Am I UTC? No, not at all. I'm in the Chicago time zone. So I don't know. They yanked the ability to cast Osiris League matches from everybody. Now the media section on their official Rise of Kingdoms Discord is no longer there. What are we doing? What are we doing? You would think they want as many people streaming this and as many people watching this game as possible. And maybe I just missed it. I don't know. Got the Garrison man himself in there. I'm always afraid I'm pronouncing your name wrong. So, Bile GT's Garrison, right? He's got a YouTube channel as well. He recently took his account back to a KvK 3. So he went back in time. He stepped through that time machine. He went back in time to play some of the early KvKs over again and help grow a newer, younger kingdom. So be sure and check him out. He has been streaming almost daily. It has something to do with I don't know if it does or doesn't. So, okay, so Rise of Kingdoms, they have a content creator website, right? That you go there and you register. Once you're accepted, you're an apprentice creator. Doesn't get you anything. I mean, you get access to in-game art and things like that. You can download images of all the commanders and different things. Okay, big deal, right? But then after apprentice creator, they were doing a associate creator, I think it was called, and they were evaluating the apprentice creators for a period of time, and they had some minimum criteria. You had to put out at least 8 videos. I don't do videos, so that kind of knocks me off the list right away. You had to remain professional. The strike 2 against me, right? So they said they did the evaluations and 3 people got it. They didn't tell us officially who the 3 people were yet. Maybe they announced it somewhere, and I'm just not seeing it. Yesterday, the media chat was there, where any creator who is approved in their Discord could go in and post a link to a live stream or a video that they published, and now it's gone. So I have no friggin' clue. None. Alloy says, I'm going back to KvK 2 and gonna crush people. You would destroy them. 46 is primarily at this 2605 pass. And that's for the simple fact that their allies are building a fort here. And 46 is building a fort here and here. So they're redoing some forts in this area. I would assume then to allow them to go back over and put pressure once again on 1175. Because the forts that they have over here are going to be dead in the very near future. One here, it's about halfway, so it's got at least 12 hours yet. But this one's about gone. This one's got, 6 or 8 hours on it maybe? So my guess is once those forts are built over by the SW passes, they're going to pop back over here then and do some strategic planning and rebuild some forts over here too. So yeah, they are fighting at both passes. Is the fighting heavy at either of them? Not really. I don't know. I don't think that the live streams count as quote unquote videos, because there was something in the requirements, put out at least 8 videos. They have to be good quality, have good production quality, professionalism, be professionally edited, that type of thing. And I'm like, well, I don't do videos, so no big deal. Here's the thing, right? I mean, I do this for fun. The fact that I'm an apprentice creator, yeah, it's all good. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with getting the free graphics that I can have my graphics guy then put in thumbnails and this sort of thing, right? But I don't ever expect to get sponsored or make a ton of money from this. It's all for fun, right? And if I can't be myself during my live streams, I'm not going to have fun, and I'm going to stop doing it. So, I always say this, guys. You've heard it here before. Life is short. Do what makes you happy. If you're not happy doing something, don't do it. Right? And the second you are sponsored by an organization and take payments from an organization and sign a contract with an organization to put out certain content and certain videos, or to refrain from using language that you might normally use, it's more like a damn job. And I already have one job that I put in anywhere from 40 to 60 hours a weekend. I do this to escape reality. Hey, Chaos Wolf. Chaos Wolf is saying this KvK, if you control the field, it's easy to redrop forts. I would argue that's pretty much the case for most KvKs, right? What's up, B? Stopping by before work. Have a good day. Yeah, you as well. Have a good day at work. $35 people watching. Let me refresh here, because I was seeing only 16 likes. That's hard for me to believe that there's 35 people watching and only 16 people have liked the stream so far. Come on. If that's the case, maybe we just keep streaming in the evenings and, screw this day shit. I'll just go back to sleep, right? So what I'm saying is, smash that freaking like button, y'all. Thank you. Right, this is the Warriors Unbound, where you can only drop the forts next to passes. So 2605 can't come in behind him and drop a fort in the middle of the zone and then start hitting him from the backside. Blue T says, I forgot to click like, he's sorry. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you. What's up, Devil Lord? Good to see you. So we do have the podcast coming up on Saturday. It'll be on Plato's channel. Myself, Plato, Beast, and Apocalypse. Right, passes or holy sites. We haven't hammered out the entire agenda yet, but thus far we have talked about Osiris League predictions, potentially our opinion on that multi-troop select dispatching now that it's actually live and in-game. Maybe we talk about the drama that was in Plato's KvK, the no match found that 1093, 1960, and 1365 all seem to get. Maybe we ask the community if 1V now needs to change their name to RunV. Nah, that's too much like Run DMC. So, but stay tuned. Saturday. Oh no, what the hell is that? Unstable connection? Come on. Saturday at 17 UTC, I think it is, if memory serves me correctly. I think Plato's got the live stream all set up already, so you can head on over there and make sure to click that button and get notified when it happens. Smash Squad compared themselves with GT. Same power, but nowhere near as active. I would agree with that statement. They don't have enough pilots yet. I don't know that they will, right? I think, I don't know that Chisgo would ever have somebody piloting his account. He has got too much at stake. Right? That is his full-time job. The multi-dispatch is amazing if you have troops. Why do they need pilots in a 3 versus 1? I don't keep track video games. I just know that them backing out last minute of that KvK may have been the determining factor in the no match found. You would think, though, that Lilith, Rise of Kingdoms, Ligu, whoever does the matchmaking, could have matched up 1093 and 1365. Those are two relatively similarly built Imperium, Super Imperium kingdoms, right? And hell, I would love to see 1093 and 1365 go 1v1 in his own. And if anything, then just 1960 would get the no match found. But apparently that's not how it works. I don't know. Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm saying he's got too much to lose to have a pilot on his account. He could get his kids to play. There you go. That's the 3-year-old or 4-year-old or whatever his oldest daughter is now. Yeah, I mean, passes here are relatively easy to defend. We saw that with 2049 in 1960. All they got to do is swarm down the rally. If you have enough troops swarming down a rally, it's going to be very, very hard to keep that rally full. If you don't have enough troops with multi-dispatch, it just sends out like 20k instead of filling the rest with T4. Lilith wants smaller kingdoms. They don't care about pissing people off anymore. This is probably the end of 93 and 365. I think we've kind of seen that writing on the wall for months, right, Aloys? Ever since the Autric rewards were announced. This is potentially their way to deal with lag in those big Super Imperium KvKs. Several months ago, hey, we're going to do something about lag. We all kind of thought, hey, great. They're going to do something about lag. Maybe they're going to upgrade the servers, get a better connection wherever they are in China or wherever the servers are. But yeah, it seems the way they're going to fix lag is potentially to kill the big Imperium kingdoms. If you don't have Super Imperiums fighting each other, you're not going to have as much lag, right? So I mean, we'll see what comes. I think everyone loves watching the Super Imperiums fight, though, and that gives this game a lot of exposure. I wouldn't want to be in one of those battles. I've been in those battles. Don't want to do them again. I very much enjoy fighting in a CC kingdom. They are forcing kingdoms that are player-focused rather than pilots. How would other kingdoms that don't have pilots compete against kingdoms with spenders with pilots that count? Yeah, you really can't, Nick. You really can't, no matter if it's a high Imperium kingdom or a CC kingdom like mine. You know, if we had pilots on our accounts 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, it would be almost impossible to compete against that. And, you know, you could say that about any kingdom. Yep, we are a very low CC now. We're about a billion power above the lowest CC and about 1.2 billion power below the lowest B seed kingdom. So, you know, it's kind of a nice sweet spot. We got some really good fights last KvK. What did I have? 2.3 billion kill points and 111 million deads. You know, everyone really had a good time with all the fighting we had last KvK, and it was not super overwhelming where we had to stay up for, you know, 3-4 days straight. So we think we kind of found the sweet spot there. Because when we were a D Kingdom and had that Nile KvK, nobody would fight us. It was probably the most boring 50 days I've ever had in this game. So we do still have some room to bring a few recruits in. I know Kat has probably still got a good 20 applications, maybe a good 8 to 10 people to interview. And we had a few players leave after this last KvK. We've already had a few come in. It was unfortunate that some of the players decided to leave, but at the end of the day, I think they like fighting in bigger kingdoms better. You know, they're more used to the rules there. I think sometimes fighting in a small kingdom, you know, fighting in a really big Imperium kingdom when there's 4 or 5 different flags to rally at once, pretty much anyone who can rally is sending out a rally, right? But in a smaller kingdom, when we're focused on one flag at a time, we want to be as efficient as possible with those flags and have our best rally person online do that rally. So I think some people took offense to us telling them, you need to cancel that rally so that somebody else can do it. You know, 1, they weren't max tech. 2, they didn't have everything crit and iconic on their sets that they were rallying with. You know, 3, they didn't have full, well, that goes with max tech, right? Full 3.2 million rally capacity. You know, so I think one person in particular, I won't name names, got a little pissed off that we said, no, you should not be rallying that. Let somebody else rally it. But it is what it is. I couldn't tell you, Swizz, that's not a conversation I'm having. I hope not. I hope not, New Jack. I mean, we don't have the most active kingdom in the world. Sometimes, honestly, we struggle to get 35 people to complete KvK Hell level 35 so that we can hit all 5 bosses. There are times in the KvK event where I'm having to do it on 3 accounts. So we're not the most active kingdom in the off season, but we do that. We have built this kingdom very purposefully. Right? We have been very calculated in how we build this kingdom, who we bring into this kingdom, and how we do things here, because we don't want to be a big Imperium kingdom. You know, could we bring in hundreds and hundreds of players and jump up to an A seed within a week? Absolutely, I'm sure we could. But we don't want that. There's too much drama. There's too many egos in place. It would disrupt the fun that we have fighting together. Yeah, and you're absolutely right, Nick. That's the nature of the game, right? People come and go. Every season, people come and go. You know, fighting in an Imperium or a Super Imperium Kingdom, that's not for everyone. Fighting in a small C or DC kingdom, that's not for everyone either. You got to be online when those passes open for that 24-hour, that 36-hour, that 48-hour window when most of the fighting takes place. If you're not online during that time frame, you're probably not going to hit your 30 million kills. I don't think we would probably stay at a B seed case, or I don't think we would go to a B seed kingdom. I think we're pretty much very happy with the sweet spot here of a C seed. I don't know. Tariq is frozen in time. Let's zoom all the way out. Zoom all the way back in. Let's try going back to the home kingdom. Hey, Light Angel. I told you I'd get a stream up for you. Tariq is taking a tea break and smoking a blunt. Oh, that's not the pass we wanted to look at, is it? Yeah, I think the rally's gone and my screen was just frozen. The game just go broke. In this KvK, no, level 7 passes are on the 25th. So that's a week and a day. So they got 8 more days of this. If you remember the 2049 1960 KvK, it was like 10 days straight that they were fighting at that one level 6 pass. Congratulations on the 26 degrees. What? Hey, Muhammad. Yeah, it's an early stream for me today. Got the day off of work. Got a couple hours I can stream before the wife gets done with her job. And then we are going to do some celebrating. Today I have been married for 26 years. The scary part is, okay, I've been married for 26 years. Swizz, who's in chat here, he's only 16 years old. I've been married 10 years longer than he has been alive. Right, Chaos, yeah. Yeah, somebody in chat last night said that the level 7 passes open on the 25th. Oh, that coffee is still super hot. Now the 2049 1484 KvK, Only Farmer was saying yesterday that their passes open at I think it was 1532 UTC tomorrow. So that may be one to watch tomorrow. What's up, Pen? Thank you. At least 60% of us in chat have not even been alive that long. Thank you, Invictus. Yep, 26 years. I mean, it's hard to judge your kingdom's performance when you're just fighting at a pass, right? I mean, I think 846 has shown that at will, one-on-one, they can take 2605 no problem. Because when 2605 was down here fighting yesterday and 846 grouped up, they pushed them back through the pass multiple times. They probably had 2 armies to 2605's 1. And I think the fact is 1846 is fighting in 2 places last night. Now these guys here, 32, right? 2332, they didn't have much of a presence last night, so it was just 846 fighting over here. Today they got a presence here, because this fort is building. So do I think 2605 can do impressive things? Absolutely. Do I think they're at that 2049, 1960 level yet? Not there yet. Aloys says, I'm so old I remember 26 years ago. You're not that old, Aloys. Come on. You're only like, what, 32? 30? When 2605 has had the numbers, they've been able to light some things on fire down here. But when they don't have the numbers, it's completely opposite. So it'll be interesting to see what happens in Kingsland. See you, Swizz. What's up, AJ? Oh, Swizz is 16. He's going for a shower. We all know what code that's for. Good morning, Dracul. You're not 41, Aloys. Come on, don't give me that. Yeah, if you are, you were 15 then when I got married. Code word E stanky. I'm 27, but have spent 22 of those years in some form of school. My daughter is 23. She's still in school. She is in the Bahamas right now with her university geology class. They are scuba diving and collecting rocks and then doing samples and putting them under microscopes and doing some sort of testing or some shit. I don't know. She sent my wife a picture yesterday. Her face is red as a lobster. Told her, yeah, have you been using sunscreen? Well, yeah, but I didn't think I should put it on my face. I didn't want it getting in my eyes. I'm like, and how's that working out for you now? I mean, when you're snorkeling, right? The sun is hitting the water. It's reflecting off of the water back up to your face. Plus you're getting the sun directly on your face, so your face is generally the most vulnerable. I'm like, well, I hope you can get back into the country through customs, because your face is going to be a different shade than when your when your passport picture was taken. Do you remember Kingdom 1040, how they are in KvK? They are our allies in this current KvK. I will check in just a second. Should I go for attack or health on the Cav chest plate? So let me see, Cavs. I mean, you should go for health. I think you should go for health on the gloves. So Navarre's Control, Ash of the Dawn. And then you get the 2-piece set with the armor here. And the boots. And then these are temporary until I can make Pride of the Khan and Sacred Dominion. So yeah, if it's this chest piece you're making, yes, go for that. Will everyone fight in the 20... As I understand it, everyone's fighting now in the 2049 KvK. But that's a good question. We can ask that to Only Farmer and Apocalypse on the podcast this weekend. Alright, so what kingdom were you asking about? 1040? 1040. Let me check my spreadsheet here. Let's do a Control F for 1040. Okay. I don't know that we did a proper evaluation. 1040 was in a KvK with us 2 KvKs ago. 3 KvKs ago, maybe? They were in the wind camp. They were allies with us. We won that KvK. I don't remember how much fighting 1040 did. I really don't. 2160 was in the wind camp at that time as well. And I know those guys are fighters, so they probably carried that camp during that KvK. 1040, right? Is that Nuna's kingdom? Chicago Nuna? Is that RST? Oh yeah, these guys are fucking good. Are you allied with them? They're your allies. So the one thing I will say about them, right, is they're going to want the Zig at the end. They are fighters. They are definitely fighters. They did not get much action in the KvK we were in, because the camp that they were going against, they were going north against the Earth camp. Earth camp didn't fight them. Earth camp wouldn't fight. So they did not get much action in that KvK at all. And at the end, we had a lot more action than they did at the end. They asked for the Zig. It would have been their 5th star, so it would have been the moon marker on their banner. So we said, yeah, go for it. It wasn't their fault that they didn't get a lot of fights. Now, we did some friendly fights with them here and there, just so their players could get up to 30 million kill points. So we set up a battle area where, if your troops go inside this area here, then you're saying, hey, let's fight. The thing is, we would go in and just have fun. I mean, I think they would organize specific times where they would try to outnumber us 10-1, so they got more favorable trades, whereas we didn't fucking care. We just went in and did what we wanted to do. So if they were outnumbered, they would run like hell, but yet they would be the first ones to outnumber us 10-1 and laugh about it. But overall, Nuna was fantastic. Nuna's great. The reason we allied with her in that kingdom in the first place is because Kat and several people in 1029 had a prior relationship with her from other kingdoms that they had played in. Yeah, these forts. This one's done now. This one's got 4 minutes. This one has, 40 minutes? 30 minutes? So I think, and you can already see some of 846 going home. I think they're going back over to that 1175 pass now. So yeah, I mean, I before you guys get too deep into the KvK, I would just make sure that leadership talks to them and you guys have some sort of agreement on how the Zig is going to be decided at the end. Yeah, the Wib fort at the 1175 pass is about halfway gone. The other fort over there probably has 6.5, 7 hours left on it. So I think 846 is going to go back over there and start building another fort over there, right? They're gonna do the whole back building thing again on that side of the map. Yeah, I mean, if we had the opportunity, we'd definitely ally with 1040 again in the future. When they had downtime, though, it was some pretty significant downtime, if I remember correctly. But I think they're primarily a Korean kingdom, and that seems to be the case with many Korean kingdoms, that when they have downtime, they have some downtime. Yeah, I mean, exactly. AJ, we weren't desperate for a star either. You know, at the end of the day, and that was before Autric rewards, right? So now it's a little different. But that was back when Spartan Gaming, welcome to the Touchdown Club. Thank you, sir, for renewing your membership. Appreciate you. That was back when, you know, what did the star get you? It was just a pretty little thing on your alliance banner. It really didn't mean anything. Whereas now, the rewards that come along with the star, that's more of a big deal, those inscriptions. When you were in KvK 3, you had a kingdom that had a 13-hour downtime. Good God. Not having people on to build a flag, yeah, that's rough. That's rough. 846 has to fight 2605, Mimi, and 1302 at the same time in Kingsland. It's impossible to win. It looks like 2332 might be in there to help out a little bit. I doubt 254 is going to be there to help out. So, I mean, is it an uphill battle for them? Yeah. But at the same time, I think 846 is one of those kingdoms where, you know, every single player in that kingdom is gonna sacrifice every single troop before they call it a day. And I think we have seen in prior KvKs that there are big players who I shall not name over voice, but you see the emoji in the live stream here, right? That do not like to drop below a certain power number. And if those players are setting the example for their kingdom, then it does not bode well for their kingdom. You cannot say the same about Yoda. You know, Yoda, we have seen in the last KvK, Yoda is perfectly willing to lose every single troop he has in a win or a loss, you know, which is how I expect many players who are above 1 billion power to fight. The fact remains, there are some who don't fight like that, above 1 billion power. But I think we have seen that, yeah, 846 versus 1175, 846 wins. You know, 846 versus 2605 in this area here yesterday. Because there was not a lot of 2332 there. 846 wins. So can they hold out against both of them at the same time? You throw 302 into the mix there. It's going to be tough for them. It's going to be tough for them. Absolutely. Did I hear about the Run V drama? Yeah, I see it on Facebook. I just sit back and laugh. Stars like those stickers in primary school when you did good in class. You're special. Here's your star. pretty much. That's what it used to be, right? Now it means that camp got 240 Autrix to distribute. At max, I'm 75 million. Do it many times. Good, good, good. It's much easier to build back up when you're at 75 million than when you're at 175 million. Yeah, Yoda last KvK went to town in a losing battle. Imagine what he'll do for a win. Well, it's almost impossible to take one of these passes, right? I mean, all a big kingdom has to do is send players through the pass and swarm down the rally. I mean, they can stand there and keep refilling it and let the rally go on for 4, 6, 8, 12 hours. But if they're taking negative trades in the garrison, all they have to do is come through the pass and swarm down the rally. You can only have 3 things hitting a pass at once. But I think when we saw 846 go against 1175 and it was flag battles, 846, really, they just dominated. Yeah, we can look at the other pass. I don't know that there's going to be much going on over here until all the forts are built at that other pass. I think 846 will be back here in numbers probably once all the forts are built at the 2605 pass. Yeah, that 2489 and 60 GT pass fight at the level 6 pass, it lasted for 10 days. Nobody could get the upper hand there. So the unfortunate thing with that 2605 pass is they're not set up to double rally it. Somebody told me this yesterday, right? So if we look at this pass, only the fire camp or the earth camp, I think this is earth maybe? Maybe it's daylight, I don't know. Only these 2 camps can actually rally this pass. So even if water or wind were touching this pass with territory, they can't rally it. And that's what's going on at that 2605 pass, is that 846 can't rally the pass. They're just there to provide field support. So 2332 has to take that pass, and they're not set up to double rally it. Is that daybreak? Okay. Fire and daybreak. All right, thank you. Well, I mean, this KvK, within this KvK, the KvK was kind of held hostage, right? By people saying, oh, this is an unfair matchup, we're not going to play. Did I think the initial matchup was a fair matchup? No, not necessarily. But when the Vietnam War, was it on paper? Was it a fair matchup? The United States against the Viet Cong? Nope, not at all. But look what happened there, right? I mean, thanks, Trickle. You don't. No matter what happens, you still got to show up and fight. Still got to try. For kingdoms to try and hold other kingdoms hostage and say, well, we're not going to play unless we get our way, that just doesn't sit well with me. Third 1v will register next pop-up without canceling. Hope we get to see a monster KvK. That'd be nice. That'd be nice, but you know, don't forget there are three different KvK formats one can register for. Who's to say they all register for the same one? In the U.S. eyes, it wasn't a war. They didn't lose or gain anything. Our military was there. Our military was fighting. I don't know. I would call it a war. Forrest Gump called it a war. War in Vietnam. Run, Forrest, run. But yeah, I mean, I think 846 is gonna... if they come out of this with a win, they deserve all the respect in the world. If people don't respect them now, if they come out of this with a win, they deserve all the respect in the world. Hell, if they just come out of this, they deserve respect. It's sad. I would have liked to see 1365 and 1093 again. I want to see those two kingdoms go 1 versus 1. Honestly, that's what I want. You know, that KvK where 1960 took on 2489, 1 versus 1 on the left-hand side of the map. That was fun to watch. Look at the 2605 pass. There's a fort drop from the enemy. Is there? Where would they drop a fort? Is there another pass you're talking about? Yeah, it's give me some coordinates if you're talking about a different pass. Yeah, I mean they'll definitely drop Imperium. They'll get the next batch of migrants looking for a super Imperium kingdom. Unless people are starting to wise up now and see all these no match founds and start scratching their heads going, is this really where I want to go if I want to fight? Because they're not getting fights. When they do fight, they go balls to the wall, but they're not getting fights. Thank you for the subscription, Anthony. Appreciate that. Comes another rally here. Let's see what I can do though. Let me just hang on 1 second. I want to share this with myself. Nope, that's not where you want to go. Where you want to go, Lando? There we go. We'll see how long this holds up. Oh, it's not even loading on the blue stacks though, is it? Did I say 1075? I'm sorry, yeah, it's 1175. Morning, Grim. Yeah, it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough. You know, I think they gotta hope that 2605, a lot of their players just migrated there, right? So maybe they don't have a lot of resources to sustain fighting for much more than the 10 days that this pass will take. You know, 1175, they got a lot of whales. Do they have a lot of pilots that can pilot those accounts, though? You know, so we're gonna have to wait and see. It's gonna be interesting to watch. Oh, this is not my main on the main screen here. Here, we'll do this. We'll change, okay? Let me just share this with my farm, right? No, I do not have two 100 million power accounts. This BlueStacks, so BlueStacks, this is my Lambo farm. On the PC version, this is my main account. These are hooked, these are on the exact same character here and here. But because I'm using two different devices, an Android device, BlueStacks, and the PC version, I can run both accounts at the same time. Comes 1175 on the top left screen. What's up, man, Minia? Good to see you. All right, so Mufasa. Yes, I have plenty of resources on my main account. My main account was over on BlueStacks when you asked that question. So we have a BlueStacks instance in the upper left-hand corner of your screen. The main game is in the middle of the screen. I now have my main account in the middle of the screen rather than on the BlueStacks instance. Damn, y'all are killing it. We got 62 likes already. I do see 84 people watching, though. So there are some out there who have not yet hit that like button. It's 100% free. Costs you absolutely nothing. sorry, it is very hard to pay attention to 2 screens at once. Follow the fighting on 2 screens at once. Read Discord, read chat. Who the fuck are the slackers? What do you mean, Ed? No, not even close, Mufasa. We are a C-Seed kingdom. We're in the, probably the, right at the lower third of the C-Seed kingdoms. Hey, Winter, yes. Yes, this does kind of keep my head on a swivel here, right? How long does this fort have? 15 minutes. I would imagine once this fort is built, we will see 846 shift back over to the 1175 side. No, I think we're trying to stay at a C-Seed clap. We got some really good fights last KvK, and we want that to continue. 1029 is, of course, Imperium, the strongest Imperium. If you say so, Light Angel. If you say so. The thing a lot of people don't realize is, you know, I often get criticized for being in a C kingdom. MF gets criticized. A lot of our bigger players get criticized for being in a lower seed kingdom. But we got to work twice as hard to get every single kill point. Because generally when pass is open, there's only 3 days of fighting. And then it's dead again until the next pass is open. You know, unlike these Imperium kingdoms where you're going to see fighting at this pass here probably for the next 6, 7, 8 days. You know, so mega whales and whales who have the resources, who have the speed ups to continuously fight, they're pretty much going to be able to log on anytime they want for 10 days straight and get some good fights in. You know, whereas MF, myself, Cat, Stitch, Mavic, Resurgence, you know, our bigger players, if we're not online for the 3 days or so after a pass opens, we're not getting our kills. And that's all there is to it. You know, so it's a lot harder to get kills in. I enjoy fighting in a lower seed kingdom much more than I do an Imperium kingdom. There's a lot less drama, there's a lot less egos. When I was in Imperium kingdoms, I didn't get to do rallies, I didn't get to do garrisons. You know, here I do. And it's just a more family, more friendly environment, you know. It's like a group of friends rather than drill sergeants and taskmasters. You know, I know if I'm online and I need help defending a flag or burning a fort, all I got to do is send out one text message or pick up the phone and call 1 or 2 people. You know, it's kind of, I don't know how many of you went to church. It's kind of like a prayer chain, right? You know, you pick up the phone and you call 2 people in your Bible study group. And I'm going off of my parents' experience here. You call 2 people in your Bible study group. And each of those people will call 2 other people, and each of those people will call 2 other people. You know, and pretty soon you got that whole prayer group set up to pray for whoever's in the hospital or whatever. Kind of the same thing, right? If there's a big fight going on, I'll call a couple of people or I'll text a couple of people, say, hey, I need your help here. They'll text a couple of people, they'll text a couple of people. Next thing I know, we got, you know, 25, 30 people online and we're able to defend or push. But yeah, it's a lot nicer from a rewards perspective. You know, you don't have big egos that get in the way. You know, you don't have people stealing MGEs every 3rd or 4th or 2nd or every MGE. You know, you can organize things better, gold head events, things like that, so that rewards are distributed across the population, whether it be free to play, you know, pay to wins, low spenders, mid spenders. It's just much easier to stay organized. I started in 1207, not in Imperium Kingdom. After 1207, before KvK 1, I went to Kingdom 1039, which was home of the White Tigers. The infamous Solomar zeroing, I was there for that. And then I went, after 1039 kind of fell apart, I went to 1052 and OV, and I played several KvKs there. I was lucky enough to be on their Season 3 Osiris League team, which is where I got this, along with 2 of my city skins. So, I've been there. It's not like I haven't been in Imperium Kingdoms. There's just so much drama in those. It's not even funny. You almost need a 6-person team dedicated to human resources in those big ass fucking kingdoms. So we do accept new people. It does say Kingdom is closed, right? But if you are interested in coming here, contact TSN Cat. You're required to fill out an application and do a voice interview. If you migrate here without permission, you are food and you will be zeroed. So yeah, it's closed for people who just try to migrate here without contacting us first. We like to have a handle on who comes here. Make sure that they go through the proper process, that they're vetted. They fill out an application. We verify, it's just like a job application, right? They fill out an application. We verify the data that's on their application. We contact their references, and then we do an interview, a voice interview. Yeah, I know DB well. He was on one of my live streams the other night. We were talking about how it was quite interesting that 2489 got 4 kingdoms on the same side of the Osiris League bracket. He had a few different words than that, but yeah, I know DB very well. Don't know Rastart. That name does not sound familiar. Yeah, I played with DB and John Wick and Saudi back in the day. JD. A lot of the guys that are in the top 8 of Osiris League now that were on that OB team. I was there with them. Best way to stay out of Imperium dramas, don't be an R4 or R5. This is true. This is true. I have one of those personalities, though, where I like to be involved. I like to know what's going on. I am one of those players who, if I don't understand what we're doing, it's hard for me to buy into it. Eloise is saying it's really weird how Lilith keeps doing all this stuff to upset the biggest spenders. Yeah, I don't know. It seems like they're trying to kill these big kingdoms. You would think at some point in time they could go in and force a matchup in a KvK instead of just the system kicking out no match found. You would think that there's an override switch somewhere. I mean, I think there obviously is for Osiris League. You had 4 2489 kingdoms on one side of the bracket. You had the 2 1960 kingdoms on one side of the bracket. You had 3 1093 kingdoms on one side of the bracket. You had 2 2377 kingdoms on the same side of the bracket. That's just way too much of a coincidence to call it random. Which is fine. I get it. They don't want kingdoms from the same, or they don't want teams from the same kingdom matching up against each other in the finals. I completely understand that. but then be transparent. Tell us what's going on. Tell us what you're doing. Explain to the players why you're doing it. When players ask you, don't come back and say, oh, it's all random. Trust us. Because, no, it does not pass the eye test. I mean, I'm no Albert Einstein mathematician to run the numbers on the probabilities of that happening, but I'm sure it's very, very low. There are a lot of AC kingdoms that take lower power players that want to grow and also want to fight. If you're under 25 million power, a kingdom can and will take. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of big kingdoms that will take players that are low power because they're outside the top 300 and they don't impact the matchmaking at all. And I think we had a glitch in the matrix here on this screen. Got to remember to move the screens and not talk so much. Yeah, I would have loved to have seen 1365 and 1093 match up together. You know, even if it was a KvK like that one 2489 and 1960 had, where nobody else wants to fight him and they go one-on-one. You know, that would have been very, very entertaining. I don't know how well 2605 is going to do in Osiris League. I think they'll probably get to the finals on their side of the bracket, but after that, it's a kind of a flip of the coin. That is true. Those 25 to 40 million power players in a KvK, it's rare that they would get those inscription rewards. What's up, Fasal? Electro King is here. If you guys don't know Electro King, right? He does a lot of the graphics for me. Intros, outros, the member badges, emojis, you name it, he does it. Very reasonable prices, very fast turnaround, the best customer service I've ever experienced. Don't give your money to those folks on Fiverr. You know, instead, give it to a fellow Rise of Kingdoms player. Contact Electro King if you need anything. And I have to redo my multi thing switch because the like and subscribe, well, it doesn't look too bad. We'll just leave it. You're confused with the time. So I have the day off today. And tomorrow. Today is my 26th wedding anniversary. So I took the day off. For whatever reason, my wife did not. So she is still at work for another hour and a half or so. At which time I will need to jump off because she will be home. And if I am streaming on our anniversary and she is home, my nuts will get chopped off. So, but that's why I decided to throw up the stream early, right? And we got 82 watching, so hey, it ain't all bad. So yeah, I mean, like our last KvK as far as rewards go, right? We won. I think we had 30 or 43 Autrix to distribute. Very simple. You know, when you have 35 plus 8, 43 plus 1, 44. When you only have 44 main accounts in the alliance and the rest of these are farms, everyone gets a reward. You know, there's no studying numbers for 3 days to see who's going to get it, who's not going to get it. Everyone gets one. Thank you. Appreciate that. And that wind is whipping through the house. There's a nice breeze going, but you can probably hear my shades clanging against the window here. So I'm going to have to open the blinds here and hope that the sunlight doesn't melt me. Yeah, you know that firsthand, don't you, Roberts? Unfortunately, Roberts was in a kingdom last KvK that was allied with us, and they got their Autric rewards, but their king failed to distribute them in time, so nobody actually received them. Sorry, I was a little bit late on that soundbite. This Wib fort is burning. How long on this fort over here now? Should be like 15 minutes? 30 seconds. 30 seconds. 30 seconds, and then I imagine 846 is going back to the other side to start building over there. Right. I see emojis popping up. It's not completely lagged out. Here, we'll do this though. It's not much different. Yeah, I think Roberts has applied to 1029. I think CAD is still working through a lot of those applications. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking, Grim, is, you know, these guys are going to go back to the 1175 side. They're going to back build a few forts there, make sure that those forts get built. You know, then they'll probably take a break for a little bit. Then once these forts get burned and they're down to, you know, halfway, a quarter of the way, 25% health, whatever, they'll come over here. They'll build forts again over here. You know, and it's just going to be a never-ending cycle for the next 8 to 10 days. I don't know if it's downtime for 2605. I think a lot of their players are based in the United States and in Europe. So right now it is 10:45 New York, 9:45 a.m. Chicago, 8:45 a.m. Denver, and 7:45 a.m. in Los Angeles. 3:46 p.m. in London. So if if they're working, they're probably not on. They're probably not playing. I would think that their uptime is probably not for a few hours yet. What's up, Abe? Good to see you. Which of the 2489 Osiris League teams are you on? Pretty sure it's 2489 you're in. If not, it's no offense. Right? Pretty sure I saw your name over there. far as bets this week, oops, that's regular Arco Osiris. So bets this week, figure what the fuck. Let's go. Major underdog, but a very quality team here in 1188. So let's throw 500 on them. In the Anubis realm, 1 EE8. That's a lot of experienced players, a lot of experienced Arc players there. They were in 1008 previously, and then in 1052. Now in an Anubis Kingdom. So the SV68, 2268, they're going to have their work cut out for them. I don't think they've really had a very tough match yet. This will be the toughest by far. So we threw 250 on EE8. No offense to Black Panther. No offense to Plato. And in the realm of Bastet, I had to go with 89N. They won me some cashola last week. These guys won me some money last week, and DB from 89VC was telling me in the matches these guys have played against each other, they're always super, super tight. And 89N, he said, has been practicing every single day. So, these former blackjack players, they know what they're doing. They're one of the few teams that has given 1V a run for their money. So those are my dark horse bets this week. I expected more from GV77. Well, I mean, the team, I mean, where are we? Back to events, right? No, we want schedule. I mean, these guys are no slouches. Like I said, that's Boobs. Boobs lifestyle. They played in. They have been a top 8 team again and again and again, consistently. Top 16, top 8. They played in 1052 for a period of time, so that's another big kingdom with a quality team that they got to scrimmage against. Then they left there, went to the Anubis realm, and it's no surprise to me. And GV77, hell of a team, don't get me wrong, but no surprise to me as I understand it. I think this was the one. Now there's one of these matches that someone delivered 4,000 points worth of caravan goods with 2 seconds to go in the match that won them the match. Yeah, and 2049 VC is the main Osiris League alliance there, absolutely. But the 89N team, those are some very experienced players. A good number of them from former 1021 blackjack teams. GV main Vietnamese players were busy getting hung over. Was there a party I wasn't invited to there in Vietnam? Swarm that like button, y'all. Don't forget. Swarm it. Swarm it. Swarm it. Beat that like button like it's your redheaded stepchild. I'm joking. I'm joking, people. I don't see any Karens on chat, but maybe there's a Kevin out there. So Smash Squad, just burn this flag. If this flag goes down, this fort covers it up anyway, so they can let this flag burn. Right, that fort will cover... Yeah, that fort will cover everything. It's already burning. It's already burning. As is this fort. Alright, so let's there's nothing going on over here anymore. Now that those forts are built, exactly like we thought, right? So let's get rid of the two screens. Let's go back to the main screen only. So I would anticipate all of those 846 players coming back to this side of the map. Wow, those cities are far away though, aren't they? Or maybe they're all just taking a nap right now. Are they out of Imperium now, right? 1254? Yeah, it's a shame that they left in the middle of the KvK, but I mean, I understand. You got to do what's best for yourself as a player. I don't think I could do that, you know, if I were to start a KvK with a kingdom, that's kind of like my verbal contract that I'm there throughout that entire KvK, win or lose. But that's, you know, that's just me. And, you know, it's dependent, too. Is the kingdom they were going to, were they going into a KvK right away? You know, would they had to then wait another 30 days, another 50 days to get into the kingdom they wanted to go to? So how would you predict this KvK to end? I will make a guarantee on this KvK. Okay, right? You ready for this? And you can quote me on this. It's going to be fucking bloody. It's gonna be bloody. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I just want there to be some good battles, and there has been so far. I think if 846's allies don't show up in Kingsland, and it's 846 versus 2605, 1175, and 1302, I think 846 is going to have a tough time. You know, that said, who knows how many resources 2605 has? You know, I'm sure their whales have a lot of resources, but did those mid-range players who just migrated there have enough time to get enough resources to be effective for the next 30 days of this KvK? There's a question in my mind there. 1175. I think we've seen Mimi in big KvKs in the past, and she rarely drops much below 1 billion power. Is she going to set the example for her kingdom this time and go all in? You know, fight like a Justin, fight like an MF, fight like a Makote, fight like one of these big-ass players who doesn't care if they get 100 million deads in a single KvK. Or is she just going to continue to rally with 10,000 troops in the rally so that she doesn't drop a lot of power? You know, there's a lot of questions out there surrounding some of these kingdoms. And 846, we know 846 is going to fight until they have no troops left. Only 90 players showed up to the big pass fight. Yeah, so I mean, it's unfortunate. You know, I think I wanted to be very optimistic that 254 would not lose a beat and that they would have good leadership and they could motivate the players that stayed there to rise up to the challenge to help rebuild that kingdom, but it doesn't appear that that's the case. Sometimes it's just easier to cut and run than it is to put forth the effort to do what's needed to bring it back to former glory. Clubman will reach 50 billion this KP? Probably. This KvK allies were not balanced. I think, they were, they weren't. It is what it is, right? I mean, life isn't fair. Sometimes you got to play the hand you're dealt. But when you have kingdoms that hold other kingdoms hostage and say, we're not going to fight unless this changes, that's a problem. Is there a KvK that is truly quote-unquote balanced? One could argue maybe, maybe not. But yeah, what would your idea of balanced have been then? Redline! Nope, not happy birthday. It's happy anniversary. Today is my 26th wedding anniversary. So I will be jumping off as soon as the wife gets home from work. But yeah, you remembered. You remembered it was happy something. What's going on, Redline? If you guys don't know who Redline is and you're living under a rock, go check out Redline there, right? I've got a command here for your all bad show too. Let me just find out what it is. Commands, where are we? Custom. Oh, it's just bad. So if you don't know, Redline's got a second channel where he and a good friend of his, Bugs, get together every week and they talk about life. It's very, very entertaining. Crockett and Tubbs ain't got nothing on Redline and Bugs. Go see the bad boys themselves on the All Bad Show. So be sure and subscribe to the All Bad Show. Check that out. Those guys are very entertaining. It's not Rise of Kingdoms related. They just get together. They're good friends and they shoot the shit with each other. And it's fun to watch. It's fun to participate in. It's fun to listen to. Redline was the GT King for 5 minutes. Yeah, the whole happy birthday thing, right? So back when Wit Gaming was streaming, right? He had to. Redline and I were watching his stream, and he had to walk away for a minute. John Wick had to walk away for a minute, use the bathroom, whatever. So Redline and I started spamming the chat, happy birthday, John. So John came back, sat down at his computer and started reading the chat. And there were probably like 40, 50 people in there wishing him happy birthday. And John was just so fucking lost. For about 5 minutes, he was trying to convince people it wasn't his birthday. But every time somebody new would say happy birthday in the chat, about 10 more people would say happy birthday, John, in the chat. So finally he just gave up. That's how the whole happy birthday thing got started. So now every time I jump on Redline stream, I'm wishing him happy birthday just to see how many people in chat start jumping on the bandwagon and wishing him happy birthday. And there's always at least one or two. So that's how the whole happy birthday thing got started. And I still laugh every time. Every time. It's one of those like innocent troll things that just puts a smile on your face. I will do that next time you are AFK. All right, where is that? Let's see, put user in timeout. What are my options here? 3 minutes, 8 minutes, permanent timeout. Okay, we can do that then. John Wick was awesome. But at the end of the day, he was only like 24 years old. So he did quit playing the game. I think season 4 and season 5 of Osiris League. He still played with OV, but he played on somebody else's account because he didn't have the meta commanders. But I think after that he called it quits. He went to focus on his real life career, which, as I understand, he is doing quite well at. So more power to him. It was much easier to play the game during the COVID time when a lot of people were locked down and they could not go into the office, and they could not focus on their career, especially the type of career John has. But as far as I know, he has quit playing the game, but he will always be one of the best, in my opinion. Maybe not the best fighter on the field, maybe not the best stats, but as far as grabbing that arc and running that arc home, top tier. As far as his knowledge of the game and being able to break things down to a granular level, top tier. What's up, Sonny? As a free-to-play Cav player, should I max HQ? It's really hard for me to answer that question without knowing what other cavalry commanders you have, without knowing, do you have a cavalry city skin? What's your equipment look like? It's very hard to answer that specific question with a specific answer without further information. I will say this, right? If you already have Nevsky Joan and XY William, you do not need to max HQ anytime soon. It is a small upgrade at that point in time. If you're running Nevsky Joan and XY Saladin, HQ might be a good upgrade for you. If you don't have XY done, I would stop investing in XY and I would invest in HQ. He's going to be an upgrade to XY, but he's not that huge of an upgrade to where you need to do it right now, do it today. So I hope that helps. I know it's not a yes-no answer. But it's there's a lot of people out there on YouTube, creators, non-creators, who will answer that type of question with a yes or no. I need further information. You have Nevsky Joan, XY Williams, Saladin Mehmed. Yeah, so I if you've got those commanders already expertise, I would not invest anything in HQ. You already had a good point with the Nevsky Joan and the XY William. It's not going to be a huge upgrade to add HQ in there. I don't have a max myself. I'm slow playing them. I'm going to spin as many wheels as I can before I max them. Not in KvK, so I don't have an immediate need to upgrade my March with XY in it. So right now, after 2 weeks of spinning, is 3431. Now Boudica is one of the top tier archer commanders out there, right? If you're only running one archer march, it's going to be Boudica and Zhu Liang. What's up, Shaki? I think Williams still provides value at 5551. And that's a minimal investment. I mean, on a couple of my farms, I even run William at 5511. So yeah, I mean, if you don't have Nevsky Joan, you're kind of late to the ball game. You know, maybe just get your William to 5551 and then hold off and collect those gold heads. Ang YSG, yeah, that's double AOE in the same March though, and I don't know. I think Boudica ZL's better myself. But you know, everybody's got a different opinion. That's why people ask questions, right? I will never tell somebody to, yes, I said this, go do it now because it's written in stone because Lambo says, right? You know, ask 20 people, you're going to get 20 answers. You know, gather the data, formulate your own opinion based on what you have, things that factor into it. Your armaments, your equipment, your city skins, you know, how many other marches you have that are fully expertised, you know, that type of thing. We have not gotten a pop-up yet. We are skipping our first pop-up for sure. Once the second one comes around, we will then consider going into it. I've only maxed YSG for Boudica. Should I max? Yeah, Boudica YSG is second in my opinion after Boudica ZL. Yeah, Mimi's still holding this pass, and 2605 is still holding the other pass. And thank you for the subscriptions, guys. So this is what I run. Oh, no, we don't want to go into Ark of Osiris. So March number 1, I run Boudica YSG. This is wrong. This is March number 2 right here. Henry ZL. This is March number 3 right here. Artie Tommy. And then I'll do Guan Scipio and a Nevsky Joan. When I get to 6 marches, I'll throw in the XY William, or this can be XY Metmed, or this can be XY Honda. When I get to 7 marches, then I'll either throw in a Sargon CJ or a Trajan Ethelfled. You know, we can also run a 3rd infantry march if we need to, and that's Harold Alex. Or a 3rd cavalry march, that's when I would do the Chandra William and put either Honda or Mehmed behind XY. And that worked out well for me this last KvK, quite well. Nice, congrats, Shocky. There were a couple days we watched that, I think. Not as much as I would have liked to, but yeah, we can see what 846 got those forts built up over by 2605, and now they're back here on this Mimi side. You know, I think here potentially these guys are fire and these guys are fire, right? So they can then do double rallies on this pass, which is a better situation than 2605 where only single rallies could be done on those passes. Y'all are absolutely crushing the likes today. If you're hanging out, you haven't hit that like button yet, I would greatly appreciate it if you did so. Tell you what, we'll make you a deal. If we can get to 100 likes by 3:30 UTC, which is 1530 UTC. I will donate 5 gifted to whoever's in chat. So there's 91. So let's keep rolling here. While y'all are clicking that like button, I am going to jump into the kitchen and grab another bottle of water so I can stay hydrated here. So I will be right back. All right, that was quick. So I have, I drink 5 bottles of water a day. Each bottle is 0.75 liters. So what is that? 1, 2, 3 liters? 3 liters? Oh, it's more than 3 liters. 1, 2, 3. It's 3 liters. 3.75 liters a day. Hey, dear mama. I don't know if they're gonna get this passed though. It looks like they're setting up the double rally, but whenever they have in the past here, Mimi's just flooded through and swarmed that rally down. Getting a report from someone in 1916. Oh, there we go.
Fight!
Yeah, 1 second, King. Let me slide this over so we can see this while we go back here. You know this guy? Chaos Wolf? We had to fight 2332 and KvK2. We beat them. Nice. I don't know 2332 from 2334, but hey. Anytime you win, it's a good day, right? So wait a second here. The Coke versus Pepsi poll. We had 174 people vote in that poll, but we only had 97 of those people actually hit the like button. Something's off there. A couple people voted for grape soda. I threw that in there just for shits and grins. I didn't think anyone would vote for that. I honestly don't know anyone who likes grape soda. And cream soda, oh, that's the friggin' worst. And A&W, you know, A&W root beer, they make an A&W cream soda too. One of my kids was drinking that one time, and I got their can mixed up with mine, took a swig of cream soda. Damn near puked. I hate that shit. Oh, 23, okay, 2332. Yeah, okay, I guess they are, right? Too many numbers. Too many numbers. Too many kingdom numbers. You know, you're talking to an old man here. So we got Justin Henry as the rally combo. Remember, with Ox skills and this type of KvK. Ooh, excuse me, KvK. Those commanders can be assigned to different troop types. So down here you see the buffing armies, right? We got the Zeno, we got the Trajan, we got the Constantine. So they're trying to do it smart. I think this is, they're not just trying for trades here. It looks to me like they're actually trying to take this pass. But yeah, you're not going to do it if they swarm down the rally, if you can't keep the rally reinforced when they start swarming it. Good effort, good thinking with the buffing armies, but if you can't keep that rally full when they start swarming it, or you can't take out those swarmers quick enough, good luck. Good luck. All right, we'll come right back here. I want to send out some gatherers here quick. A good army marches on its stomach. You gotta keep farming. Always gotta keep farming. You got 16 seconds till you're home? Okay. Henry ZL is a very nice rally. I used that quite a bit this last KvK. Oh, we're almost there. I see 99 likes. Let me refresh the stream and see if we're at that 100. Not quite. Not quite. Goodness, y'all. Everybody wants to be my friend. How many can you have in the Rise of Kingdoms interface? Does anyone know? I know there's a limit on Discord, but how many can you have in Rise of Kingdoms itself? Edward's just really squishy. Edward is great in KvK too. I mean, I got a ton of kills with Edward in KvK too. But after that, he slowly loses his usefulness. I'm hoping they give him museum buff. Yeah, I mean, 9 million kills with Edward YSG. I mean, his damage is insane. Right? He does give a health bonus and march speed, which is nice. I still use Edward El Cid to fill archer flags or fill archer rallies. Skill damage bonus goes up 25%. Damage to infantry 5%. Attack bonus 40%. So you're getting a ton of attack value from him, but very, very little in the way of defense. Right? I mean, this 30% at the end of the day is not enough to negate some of those cavalry attacks out there. So last KvK I had 2.3 billion kill points. I think I have a screenshot of my album here, right? Last KvK I killed 136,559,401 units. In the Lost Kingdom, you'll never forget 7/13/2023. So in this one day, I killed 35 million enemy units. A normal KvK for me is probably 1.5 to 2 billion kill points. Hell, last KvK I had more kill points than MF did. Only by like 100,000. And I was probably online fighting twice as much as he was. But I got more kill points than he did, damn it. He had more deads than I did. He had 17 million deads. I only had 11 million. They need a double rally to break even? Yeah, probably. Especially if those rallies are getting swarmed. Yeah, I mean they've changed when and how you get commanders, so it's hard for me to say what is value in KvK 1 or 2 anymore. But back when Edward first came out, he crushed it in KvK 2. Yeah, better archers. I mean, we just had ZL. We just had God, who is the other guy? Why am I drawing a blank? Dito. But yeah, I mean Boudica, ZL, Boudica, YSG. If you're only running one Archer March, both of those are fantastic. If you want to do just AoE damage on top of AoE damage, then yeah, ZL YSG is probably one of the better ways to go. It's just not as tanky. I've seen Kusunoki YSG be pretty good. Run that and wait till KvK 3. Honestly, YSG El Cid is just fine. You know, I honestly think that's better than Kusunoki, but you know, you might not have El Cid done. Nobody puts gold heads into him. They just max him through the gold chest. Yeah, all those Season of Conquest commanders are gonna hands down beat any of those KvK1 commanders. I mean, there are limited uses for Caesar on the field. If you've got the double museum buff that gives march speed, okay, Caesar might be great for filling flags and filling rallies. Same thing with El Cid, same thing with Edward. Edward II is also nice, isn't it? Yeah, exactly. Oh, hey, yep, thank you for reminding me. If you guys do not have gifting enabled, you better do it. You better do it now. Boom. Let's see who gets it. Ape. Hey, Brandon, Charlotte, Zach, and Mr. Weedy. So click on, there should be a little icon at the top of the 5 gifted. Click on that and it will ask you if you want to turn on gifting. So turn that on and you might have a chance in the future if somebody gifts membership. When is your KvK starting? Are you asking me, Shocky, or are you asking someone else in chat? Because we're skipping the first pop, which hasn't even happened yet. Second pop, we may or may not take it, depending on if everyone's ready. Hey, Ape, correct me if I'm wrong. Your passes in 2489, they open tomorrow right around the 15 UTC mark. Yeah? I think Only Farmer was telling me that yesterday. And don't forget, guys, on Saturday... Oh, shit. Did I not move the screen and it paused again? Damn it. On Saturday, we have the Creators Corner podcast with Plato Beast, myself, and Apocalypse Gaming. So go subscribe to Plato's channel. It's going to be on his channel this week. We'll talk about various things. Probably the 2049, 1484 KvK, the no match found for these big Imperium kingdoms. Probably touch on this KvK as well with 1846, 1175, and 2605. Now that we've had a chance to use the multi-troop dispatch, we're going to give our opinions on that once again. Talk about our Osiris League predictions. So go subscribe to Plato Gaming if you're not subscribed to Plato already. He will be doing that on Saturday. I am off tomorrow, but we will see what the wife wants to do. I believe she has the day off as well. And I still have a tree in the backyard that went down in a storm a week and a half ago that I need to take the chainsaw to. So that might be on the radar for tomorrow during the day. Why did Plato not pop up here? Oops. Nightbot, you're screwing me up. There we go. Yeah, I saw that on Redline stream yesterday. That Jack from, I didn't know he was from 2100, but I know of a strong player named Jack. They are getting Jack in 1960 as well. So I mean, I guess the good thing for 1960, right? If they have some unused tickets, they can still use them to bring in a couple of mega whales to help them in their next KvK. I don't know that they're going to be able to drop Imperium without being in KvK, though. So it'll be interesting to see how they do that. But it is 10:30 here. The wife is done with work at 11, so I am going to go jump in the shower. Make sure that I get some clothes in the washing machine. Do some stuff around the house so she has absolutely nothing to do when she gets home. And we can start having fun. Ulterior motives, right? So I do appreciate you guys all hanging out today. You absolutely crushed it on the likes. At one point, I think we had almost 100 viewers in here. We will see if we throw up a stream tomorrow night. We might not. I think Plato's doing Farmer or Fighter either tonight or tomorrow night. So we might just go and watch that. I appreciate you all. I'm glad you were able to make it. I'm glad I was able to throw up an earlier stream today, so some of you who aren't normally here could join us. Thanks once again, and we'll catch y'all next time.